Well, hello, friends and followers. Welcome. My name is Kristin Kaufman, for those of y'all whom I've not met, and I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Alignment Inc. Alignment is all about my definition of helping people find out what they really love to do, being good at it, and most importantly, having it tied to something greater than themselves. And alignment goes way beyond just the individual. It obviously transforms teams, it transforms organizations and cultures when everyone is aligned around a common vision and a common goal. So today, I actually want to talk about a shift that I've noticed with my clients. It's something that probably will not be a surprise to many, but for some it might be. For years and years, I think many of us, when we were climbing the corporate ladder, were under a quest of achieving an increased salary, an increased promotion, an increased span of control, and success, as we defined it, was all geared around that. It was, whether or not we're getting an X% raise, whether or not we're going to actually get that vice presidential title, or whether or not we're going to actually be able to increase the number of people that we lead, the number of countries that we lead, etc. And what I've noticed, especially over the last 12 to 18 months, perhaps it is a catalyst brought upon by the pandemic. I'm not really sure what the origin is, but I've seen an increased attention with my clients more around what is fulfilling to them, what it is that truly makes them happy in what they do. And certainly it's not mutually exclusive. Certainly we all need and want to have be paid and recognized for the contributions that we're making in our jobs. But really, the scales have tilted a bit on truly what it is that is driving them. And what is driving them now is all about fulfillment, how they're contributing, and whether or not the contribution that they're making is landing well with either their constituents, their customers, their teams that they're leading, whatever their audience is, or the people to whom they're serving. So I have three things that I wanted to share relative to this new awakening that I actually have had over the last several months. First of all, how do you then meet your employees and meet your team where they are so that they feel like they are actually being challenged and stretched and recognized for the contributions that they're making? So the first thing is to recognize them. So again, and this recognition is not just about giving them a raise or giving them a promotion or enhancing their span of control. Recognizing them can either be done in private or in some cases publicly, whatever that person desires, because I'm one of those that frankly didn't like to be recognized publicly. I very much wanted to be recognized by my leader for the job that I was doing, but I felt a little bit conspicuous being recognized publicly. So again, listen to your employee, listen to your teammate and meet them where they are. However, recognition for the job that they're doing, the contribution that they're making, is really what a lot of people are after right now, as opposed to just money and title. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a close cousin to the first thing, and that is to thank them for the work they're doing. Many of us are getting married to Zoom, frankly. We're getting Zoom fatigue because all we do is talk into this little dot, every day, trying to reach our teams, trying to reach our customers. And there's nothing quite like having someone say, thank you so much for the job that you've been doing on behalf of our company, on behalf of our team. And just having gratitude shared is a huge thing. So that is the second thing. Take the time to say thank you. The words of my mom and dad's come back in full throttle. Say please and say thank you. And it's amazing how much those two little words, how much mileage you can get out of those two little words. So that is the second observation that I've had, that there is nothing quite like having someone thank you for the job that you're doing. And then the last and the third pillar of what I wanted to share today about how to get people to do the work that you want them to do and do it with all of their energies behind it. And that is to actually invest in them. Again, I think oftentimes, especially in the pandemic, we are so busy treading water, trying to keep our head above the rapids, that we forget to not only invest in ourselves, but we forget to invest in our people. And when I talk about investing, I'm not talking about giving them access to a course, or giving them, access to some sort of a organizational membership. I'm talking about investing in them with your time, and or investing in them with a coach, or some sort of an investment where they are actually becoming a better human being and a better professional. I know when I was in corporate America, and even now as an entrepreneur, when somebody takes the time to invest in my well-being, whether it be to teach me a new skill, whether it be to hold up a mirror so that I see a blind spot that I didn't know about, whether it be to have a difficult conversation about some hurdle that I'm having a hard time navigating, getting over, or investing in actually some sort of a personal development program for 6 to 8 months. There is nothing more powerful to me than to have someone take that time and that interest in investing in my growth, in my skill set development, in my self-awareness, in possibly writing a new chapter. So those are the 3 things that I wanted to share today, all around the concept of how we've shifted from just recognizing people with money and promotions and span of control. It's really as much about appreciation by saying thank you, recognition by giving them an attagirl or an attaboy for a job well done, doing so publicly or personally, whichever one they prefer, and most importantly, investing in them as the human beings and the professionals that they are, to help them continue to become all that they were meant to be. And that obviously will be a win-win for them and for you, and most importantly for the organization and the constituents that they serve. So with that, make it a fabulous Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, for those of you whom I've not met, my name is Kristin Kaufman. I'm the CEO of Alignment Incorporated. And every week I come on here to share a couple of things that I've observed over the last several days, hoping to help you along your leadership journey as well as your teams. Make it a great weekend.